Hello, welcome back to another video and a very happy new year to you all. It's 2022, so I hope that this year is filled with happiness, success, peace and prosperity for every single one of you. So first off, sorry about the lighting. I have a big spotlight coming down. I never usually film in the dark, so bear with me, but I just needed to refilm this video for about the third time because I want to talk about emotions and feelings, and it is really quite difficult to articulate yourself properly on a video. So third time lucky with this video, and I want to start off by saying that I wasn't actually sure if I even wanted to film this. However, in 2022 I want to take my channel in a direction that allows us to have an open space to talk, to chat, to rely on each other. I think as you get older and you grow more confidence and you know who you are as a person and as a woman, for me it's easier to talk about your emotions and what you're going through, the experiences you've had, and you know, it helps people understand why you are who you are today. So in 2022 you can expect a lot more honest and open chats. I want to speak about money, saving, relationships, university, school, how difficult life is, finding your first job, the difficulties of that, finding your dream job. There are a lot of pressures in this world, and often we don't have anybody that we feel we can speak to. We either feel too young, people won't take us seriously, or we just don't have a close family member, or we just don't want to be that honest with friends. So I think the internet is a fab place for creating those communities and allowing people to feel a lot more at home, because more often than not we're not able to speak to people in our circle. Now don't get me wrong, I'm very lucky to have lots of people that I can speak with and offload on and de-stress. Very grateful for everybody that I love in my life, but at the same time I just want to be really honest on this community here and just really connect with everybody. So the reason why 2022 wasn't the greatest start for me actually backdates to 2021. So just before Christmas, my nanny sadly passed away. She had a very long battle with cancer. She did amazingly. She was very strong throughout this last year. She had an amazing 70th birthday party, and then sadly it just got hold of her just before Christmas and she sadly passed. So that was very difficult and sad. I know now that she's resting peacefully, she's with her family, she's not in any pain anymore, but of course it doesn't take away the pain that we feel here on earth. So going into Christmas was a little bit difficult and sad. We still had a lovely time. My mum and brother came and spent it with Nathan and I, and his family also came along, so that was actually really nice to do something different. But obviously we still missed a very special person on that day that we would usually see. So that was Christmas, and then it was my brother's 21st birthday, so we celebrated him and his amazing being. I just love him so much and I'm so proud of him, and I just can't believe that he's 21 because I view him as my baby. We're 5 years apart. When I was little, I thought that when he was born my mum was giving me my own baby. So it was all a bit, you know, sad, overwhelming, upsetting, hectic around Christmas time. I was just processing all of that, and then I did in fact contract COVID. I got COVID, and that was just the icing on the cake with everything, because I just became so unwell, extremely unwell. I was very shocked at how unwell I actually was. It did last for about 36 hours, so it wasn't for a long period, which I'm very grateful for. However, when it hit me, it seriously hit me, and I should have known the signs as well, because I got my vaccination and then I was severely sick the next day. I was vomiting loads, and I thought that actually that was to do with the vaccine, that my body was just rejecting the vaccine. And then a sore throat came on, and all throughout this period I was testing and it came back negative. So on New Year's Eve morning I tested negative, and then in that evening I actually tested positive, so had to cancel people coming around and everything like that. But I actually became fairly unwell that night. I was shivering yet sweating at the same time. My sore throat was awful, the coughing was crazy. So we did actually still have a really nice New Year's Eve. We watched Harry Potter, had some champagne, and then the day after that was when I was severely sick. So the symptoms that I had were very sore eyes. My eyes didn't like natural light whatsoever. When I was trying to watch TV, they were very sore from looking at the screen, very bad headache, a very sore throat. Let me tell you, when I say I was sweating like a pig, it might as well have been Niagara Falls was in my bed. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, I needed heat at the same time. I had on loads of layers and I had my heated blanket. It's just baffling. The worst symptom of it all was definitely chest pains. I had these random moments where I would get stabbing in my chest, and it was just absolutely the most excruciating pain I've ever experienced. I just had to stay still and deep breathe through it, and it lasted about 2 minutes. It was awful. So having COVID during that period definitely makes me feel grateful for my health, and it also makes me feel very sad for people that have had COVID, have it now, are still struggling from COVID, have suffered from COVID, they're hospitalized, people who have lost their life. It's a very difficult virus. So the severe symptoms probably lasted about 36 hours, and that is when I started to feel truly better. Not full of energy and full of beans like I usually am, but I did start to feel better slowly but surely. And then luckily enough, due to my isolation period and the testing negative on day 7, I was able to go to my sweet nanny's funeral and give her a lovely send-off and goodbye. So that was a really difficult day, and now we are literally on the 9th day of January, and I finally feel well enough mentally, physically, strong enough to really attack the year. So this is why I wanted to make this video, just to share that things don't always go to plan, and that's okay. Life is very difficult. You just have to go with the flow and be patient with yourself. When the 1st of January hit, I was really frustrated, overwhelmed and a little bit anxious that I couldn't just attack the year like I usually would. I'd be hitting the gym, I'd be eating really healthily, I'd be getting organised, setting my goals, setting my intentions, but I just couldn't. I wasn't, one, physically able to, because I was absolutely knocked out from COVID, but 2, mentally, like I've just lost my nan and I'm still processing that, and obviously my nan's death has had knock-on effects with my mum and how she's feeling, so then that's another stress and layer and upset for me, and life is very difficult. So please don't compare yourself, your life, everybody else's journey, because we have all got our own path. So I just wanted to make this video to really reiterate and drive home that if you're feeling sad, unmotivated, upset with life, and it's really not where you want it to be, just be patient, just be calm, because our time will come, and sometimes we have to go through the bad to appreciate the good. That is essentially what I wanted to jump on here and say. Yes, it is the start of a new year, but we're also still in a pandemic, and there's been a lot of knock-on effects. It's a lot. It's a lot, but thank you so much for watching me ramble on and share everything. I just really wanted to say, be patient, be kind, happy new year. Fingers crossed this year is going to be amazing for every single one of us, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!